Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Prior to 2016, if you said Piaget Polo, those who know would envision something like this. Tracing its lineage back to the original in 1979, it's been an enduring and forceful statement of Piaget design ingenuity and intricate decoration. And it's not a Nautilus, it's not a Royal Oak, it's not trying to be one. It always had a very strong and individualist streak to it. And this is very much of that traditional polo aesthetic that we've only just begun to recover with the recent Piaget Polo 79 models. This is the Polo 38 automatic in white gold, 38 in diameter, 8.4 millimeters thick. If we measure lug-to-lug, just the case, it's 41.8 millimeters, but you can see that it has a rather stiff bracelet, and so the true horizontal distance across the wrist is 51.8 millimeters. So although it's not a big watch, it's also not as teensy tiny as 41.8 lug-to-lug would suggest. It's got quite a bit of presence, and we'll throw it on my wrist right here. I should mention this is the rhodium-plated version of white gold, which is what Piaget and Audemars Piguet tend to prefer. It creates a brighter, whiter, and more platinum-like aesthetic for more wrist presence. You can see on my wrist, it fits quite well. The lugs are far and bore to the edge of my wrist, and there's a nice curvature to the bracelet. So I see no reason why a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference couldn't wear this well. Maybe even 13.5 if your wrist is very flat across the top. At 8.4 millimeters thick, this is super slim, and Piaget, living up to its reputation as the master of the ultra-thin, this is definitely getting there. A watch with a lot of grace, but also substance for something that's relatively tidy in its dimensions. You feel the weight of it. Of course, we have the gadroons, or the strakes, that run horizontally across the dial. There have also been versions of the Polo where the gadroons run vertically, but they continue here into the bracelet, which is another enduring feature of the traditionally designed Polos. We have both satin and polish, and you can see what I mean when I say this is a rhodium-plated type of white gold. It is blindingly white. It looks indistinguishable from platinum, and that's exactly what Piaget is going for. Now, you see here we have removable links fixed by screws. There's an intermediate size link on each side in case you find yourself in between sizes and you need to fine-tune. We have here a friction fit clasp and snaps shut like this. Rolling around to the case now. You can see a rather dramatic faceting on the back. I'm actually going to open this up so you get a better look at it. But we have a rather dramatic faceting on the back of the case, and it looks fantastic. The Piaget coat of arms, the note that this is a mechanical automatic watch. Some people will find themselves periodically a little bit confused because you really can't hear the rotor move inside. It's a very, very refined winding system. Now, if you take a look at the crystal, you can see it is dead flush with the bezel itself. That's an unusual look for a watch, but it's very consistent with Piaget's goal to make this a super thin watch. We have a little bit of a step to the lugs on each side. Everything on the case profile is high polish. You can see the polished gadroon and satinated segment alternating on the crown itself right here, so the attention to detail is quite good. The dial features a rayon pattern, so not a brushed sunburst, but a more richly textured rayon or sunburst design, but with tracks rather than a brushed grain. And you can see those tracks are quite pronounced and deep. Taking a quick look, you can see them in detail. And you can see how they're shaded and angled from one side to the other. It's almost like the turbines of a jet engine. Taking a look at the details of the dial, you can see Piaget simply doesn't ignore them. All of the appliques, from the numerals to the indices, feature a texturing on their top and then polishing on their faceted sides. We also have polished frame surrounding the date. The watch does feature both a hacking seconds function and a quick set date, and although you cannot see it, inside we have Piaget caliber 504P. This is a manufacturer automatic movement. It is very thin, 3.5 millimeters thick. It's got a 42-hour power reserve. It has a 3 hertz beat rate, pivots on 26 joules, and it would be considered along the lines of a competitor to other popular thin tractor movements like the Lemania 8810, the Zenith Elite 670, the JLC 890 series. And one feature that's a little bit unconventional is that the quickset system a little bit like the Zenith Elite, is bidirectional. So you can actually quick set the date in both directions, whichever one is more convenient and closer to the appropriate date. You can turn clockwise or counterclockwise. Of course, I mentioned hacking seconds. There it is right there. And the watch is 30 meters water resistant, so sporty, but you don't necessarily want to submerge it. A manufacturer movement, entirely hand-decorated case, bracelet, upscale horlogerie brand watch, and an emblematic one too that is iconic of this manufacturer. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.